There seems to be a bit of confusion about something that's going on with Ann Taylor, so let's go ahead and take a look. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, and just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, so apparently Ann Taylor has resigned from her seat in Kootenai County. A lot of people are misunderstanding this. Some of them are kind of like freaking out, thinking that all of a sudden we're going to get like an attorney change in the Bryan Kohberger situation. I don't think that's the case here. It doesn't seem like that's the case here at all. It actually sounds more like there was a office position for the state opened up, and Ann Taylor is the first person in said position. It actually almost sounds as if it was created just for her. That's how I'm interpreting the documentation. I'm going to pull up this. This is called the Replacement Capital Criminal Defense Provider Agreement, which becomes effective July 15th of 2024. A viewer sent me this entire document, but before we do that, I want to play you guys this little clip that was associated with the very first posting of this that I saw on a woman's X page. Her name is Shonda T, and she had this from like the meeting about said changes.
All right, item 13. This is a replacement agreement with Latah County in our public defender's office. Ms. Taylor, please.
Good afternoon. Before you have a different contract. It's called replacement contract for Kootenai County to lend the services for a fee of one of our public defenders to Latah County. This replaces the current contract that includes both Jay and I, and this one would just be for Jay.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the replacement agreement with Latah County and the Public Defender's Office.
So you can hear Ann Taylor. She was there at the meeting. You can hear her voice. Okay, you can't see her, but that's just how the cameras in that courtroom are, okay? Then we have this document. This is the document. This becomes effective in like 5 days. This is a whole bunch of verbiage just for them to state that she's getting paid from the state now and no longer the county. That's basically what it is. She is going to continue to be the lead attorney, and Jay Logsdon continues to be in the second seat. I'm not going to read this entire thing. I'm just not going to read the entire thing. I'll put a link for it down in the description box, but I'm just going to read you the parts where it pretty much like sums up what's happening here, okay? This replacement capital criminal defense provider agreement shall be effective beginning July 15th of 2024 by and between the county of Kootenai, a political subdivision of the state of Idaho, by and through its board of commissioners, hereinafter Kootenai County, and the county of Latah, a political subdivision of the state of Idaho, by and through its board of commissioners, hereinafter Latah County, and Jay Logsdon, attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Idaho and death penalty qualified second seat in the state of Idaho, with the current address of P.O. Box 9000, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. That's like the office address, okay? Hereinafter second seat attorney. That's right now. You're going to see none of this even changes, okay? Whereas the prosecuting attorney for Latah County has brought criminal charges with 4 counts of first-degree murder in which a death notice may be filed, which crime allegedly occurred in Latah County against Bryan Christopher Kohberger. And whereas defendant is entitled to be represented by attorneys at public expense, and whereas Latah County has previously provided and is desirous of continuing to provide the services of competent counsel to represent the defendant with a team of death penalty qualified attorneys, and whereas Kootenai County employs second seat attorney as its chief deputy public defender, who is a licensed member of the Idaho State Bar and otherwise competent to represent defendant in the proceedings referred to above. And whereas Kootenai County, Latah County, second seat attorney, and Ann C. Taylor are parties to a capital criminal defense provider agreement regarding the prosecution of defendant, wherein Ann Taylor is designated as lead attorney for defendant and Logsdon is designated as second seat attorney for defendant. That's current. Whereas the original agreement needs to be terminated and replaced with a new agreement. Now, this is where we get into the why, okay? due to Ann C. Taylor's resignation from the Kootenai County Public Defender's Office effective July 15th of 2024. The creation of the Office of the State Public Defender and the enactment of Idaho Code 19-6008 which releases counties from any further financial or legal obligation to provide indigent defense and requires the state of Idaho to assume the full financial and legal obligation to provide indigent public defense. That's as far as I need to go. A Office of the State Public Defender position was created. As you can see, the creation of the Office of the State Public Defender, Ann Taylor is now taking that position. The only thing this does is stop the county from being the one that now pays Ann Taylor's salary. Now it's the actual state of Idaho. That's it. So I don't really understand why this position was created. Okay, so because I'm trying to figure it out, I clicked on Office of the State Public Defender, Idaho, and it states that this was created back in 1998, so it's not something that was just created. So honestly, if you're not looking it up, then the way that they have it is sort of misleading. But the only other stuff that shows up on the news is stuff about how it's like election time. So I don't even see really anything on here at all that has anything to do with Ann Taylor or Jay Logsden at all whenever you look up like the news stuff. So I don't know. Okay. And then the only other thing I saw is that last month on June 7th, there was this thing that Eric Frederickson, the actual state public defender, or he was the state public defender at the time of this, he did some sort of open house about it, but it doesn't say, like, I don't know what's happening, honestly. I don't know if this guy is like stepping down. Like, let's see if it tells me something else. Let's see. Oh, well, looks like I'll have to re-sign in. The state appellate public defender, Eric Frederickson, appointed. Okay, so did she run and we not know about it? Because, I mean, let me type in Ann Taylor. Ann Taylor, state public defender. And see, look, like the first thing that pops up is stuff from all the way back in February, talking about how she's getting paid $8,000 a week. Let's go here to news and most recent, 12 days ago for trial. So yeah, I don't know. That's a little strange. So I guess like the details are come out later, or I guess maybe on July 15th, whenever this stuff takes effect. But yeah, I mean, that's really all the details right now, guys. But even this at the very bottom, you see right here how it's just Jay Logsden's signature. This really didn't have much at all to do with Ann. It really had everything to do with Jay Logsden because he's the only one that is continuing to get paid by the county now that there's these changes being made. So Ann Taylor didn't even have to sign the damn thing. So yeah, see, not a big deal at all, just a change in who's actually paying their paychecks, which, I mean, it's all taxpayers in the end, so whatever. It's just the state instead of the county is going to be signing it a different, who cares? It's the same. It's still the people. But anyway, and it's about 6:30 p.m. on July the 10th. I waited a little bit to see if maybe we had some new documents in case we missed anything, but there's nothing. So that's it. If you guys like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. See y'all.